Yep. And to see what we do here over here. It is Tuesday. We're going around the NFL on the Mad Mike Sports channel as well as the 6MK live channel. Hey, I'm your host, 6MK, aka K Styles. To the right of me, you know him as the Senator Mad Mike Sports. And right below us, joining us, as you know him as the Don.
As a reminder, 6 former Michigan Wolverines was on the Super Bowl champion to see y'all the Seahawks.
You go. What'd you say? You gonna keep reminding? You gonna keep reminding them?
But I'm an advocate for Michigan. Just know
All
that.
right, Paul.
I'm more than a fan. I'm an advocate.
All right, Paul Heyman. Hey, man. But welcome over here to the channel. Represent the Unholy Alliance, where we can do the sports talk. Rather be Falcons, NFL, or anything. We're unfiltered, we're uncensored, we're unbothered, unapologetic, and understandable. Hey, that's about 5 U's, ain't it?
Yeah, I think something wrong with you too.
So basically, if it's 5 U's, then that means F you.
5U.
F you. But hey, man, let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So we probably ain't gonna be too long. As we already know, it's that time of the year. Football season's over with, so we got a long grind going on until let me see. We're March, April, May, June, July. About 7 months before we get back to football season. And this is the best part of the year where we start getting a lot of these talks about, free agency and who's going to get the bag and what's the possibility of a lot of things. Now, today's episode, we're going to be talking about wide receiver George Pickens. As we already know, he will be one of the major players and one of the major beneficiaries of free agency. Fellas, how do y'all feel about George Pickens and him being one of the top free agents coming into this offseason with the season he had in Dallas?
Mike? No surprise to me to be. No surprise to me. When it come down to George, I thought he was I actually thought he was gonna, have a big year going into Dallas, to be honest. Because obviously that's a passing offense, a damn good quarterback in Dak Prescott. He gonna get the ball to his receivers. That's one thing he's gonna do. So it's no surprise to me. And plus, when they end up trading Micah, I was like, yep, they definitely gonna start building this team through the drafts and try to get the most and the best out of Dakota Prescott. So it's no surprise to me, to be honest, at all.
Okay.
Yeah, like again, he's gonna get his money. It just depends on which team he's gonna go to. I can see him possibly going to Baltimore. Of course, they're gonna want to give Lamar Jackson everything he can to succeed. Which I
But I
don't think
think
that's
they gave him a what's called it done. I think they gave him a tag, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
Pickens.
Pickens?
Yeah, I think they gave him a, if I'm not mistaken,
So Dallas tagged him.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know they tapped him already. Damn.
Yeah, I ain't
Uh,
even see that. I ain't even see that come across my feed. That must have
That's what I'm saying.
just
I ain't know they put a franchise tag on him. I
yeah,
ain't know that.
that the Cowboys is says in NFL.com. The Cowboys could trade Pickens after placing a tag on the wide receiver, and happened February 8th. Um, while Dallas are expected to place a tag on George Pickens, a tag and trade scenario is considered possibility. But yeah, they and it is expected to be about um $29 million, but they're pretty much reporting that it's almost a foregone conclusion that they're gonna tag Pickens.
mm,
So, but that's been reported by the NFL Network.
So you
okay.
think they're gonna try to use him as bait for draft capital? The
Yes,
acquire draft
from
capital.
Yeah,
what I understand. Yeah.
Well. I'm gonna say this to Falcons fans: that ain't happening. Pickens is not coming home to Georgia because we ain't got a draft capital to be giving Dallas. So let's go ahead and nip that in the bud right now before
get
we
that
even
shit
talk
to
about
bud.
anything else.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, cause yeah. So that's why I'm glad you kind of said that, man. Cause that's what I was actually looking up. Cause like you said with Dallas last year, which is interesting because we didn't know. I ain't gonna say we didn't know, but the thing is, production wise, like I said, after coming off a 93 reception, 1,500 yard, 9 touchdown season, being a Pro Bowler, yeah. So what it is this is what you said about the tag, about them tagging them. They said they got up to July 15th to negotiate long-term deal. The value possibly is anywhere between 30 to 35 million. Sports Track is kind of projecting a possible 4 year, $125 million contract. Now, let's look at the question from here. Well, from the poll that we did on the channel itself, um, I asked the question: do the Dallas Cowboys make George Pickens top priority? And out of the poll, it was 129 votes. We had 66% say yes.
Mm.
Southside said we don't have George Pickens money.
We don't.
Oh man,
We don't even. We barely had Drake London money.
right. So that, but like you said, this is why when it comes to the wide receiver position, like that, this is a very volatile position, especially right around negotiation times, because the NFL has made the value of the wide receiver position so expensive where you really, really have to think about you really have to have a strategy behind it. Because like you said, if pick when Jamar Chase got that damn contract last time where he's making about 40 damn $1 million, that shit already told everybody right there, boy, you gotta have a draft strategy when it comes to these wide receivers.
And Jerry Jones don't have that. And we being honest, look, you don't build around a player like George Pickens. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's already making a mistake. You building a team around Dak Prescott, and look where that has gotten you.
Right.
Like this is what his 10th season, going to his 10th season. 'Cause he was drafted in 16, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like at this point, man, either he ain't either he it or he ain't it. Like y'all gotta Dallas, they need to be focusing on trenches, but we know they ain't gonna do that.
Exactly. So what's that, man?
Hey, what's shaking, Bacon? What's shaking?
No, nothing much, man. We just doing. We're looking into free agents and around the NFL, and just basically just talking about just cap situations in general.
Oh, okay. Is Stetson Bennett a free agent?
I'm about to go.
I'm
Nah,
just saying.
he did you just kick that man?
Absolutely.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, said Stetson Bennett, really.
Mm-hmm. He'll be, but let me see. So basically, looking into this situation, let's say Dallas does go the tag and trade route because, like you said, there's a cap situation. It's literally at about $31 million. So, like you said, they don't have no dollars for it, but there's a few teams in here that could afford that. Like you said, Tennessee Titans, Las Vegas Raiders, New York Jets. I can't. They said Cincinnati Bengals, but I'm like, nah, I can't see that. Hell no. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, my question to y'all: out of those 5 teams, where do you think that he would fit the most, the best? If he doesn't, if Dallas doesn't have the move to retain him.
Say those 5 teams again. I'm sorry. I was
Okay, so they said the number 1 team with cap space is the Tennessee Titans, then the Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm Xing out Cincinnati automatically because they already paying too
They got
damn
about
much.
9 goddamn receivers already.
Yeah, I'm across out Pittsburgh. I don't think he want to go back to Pittsburgh unless he gets traded to Pittsburgh by Dallas. If they,
the ideal situation would be the Titans right now.
Yeah, because Cam Ward needs a receiver, and either them or the Raiders. The Raiders need somebody too.
Man, you think Cam Ward can handle that nutcase? That is a nightmare. I do not. That is not a good thing for a young quarterback to have George Pickens there.
He said,
a nightmare.
You don't want one of the crash out bros.
Not a young quarterback. That is a nightmare. You better have a system in place for that son of a gun.
No, yeah.
Is either Cam Ward or Fernando Mendoza?
But they got the thing is, even with that, like Cam Ward ain't the. See, I hate to say this.
When they say Cam Ward is kind of a laid back personality, do you think
already,
that?
I wouldn't do that to Cam. I wouldn't do that to Cam.
Yeah, like I said,
He's a fun living. His personality is more fun, outgoing. You know what I'm saying? And having a nutcase like that, George is the damn nutcase. Okay, he talented as hell, but he's a damn nut. He don't get the ball the first 3 possessions of the game. Yeah. He out for the rest of the year.
But like I said, it's either him or Mendoza. I definitely won't trust him with Mendoza. And then New York will probably might be the ideal spot for him. They done revamped their whole offensive staff up there, so he could work out there with New York. Hey, he'd be back on. Look, if the Jets keep Justin Fields, which I don't see them doing, but if they do, everybody had their Georgia players on.
We ain't. I know we ain't talking about the Georgia All Stars. We ain't doing that. Not the Georgia All-Star.
Hey, you know, I ain't even gonna talk much. I don't talk much about Georgia. So
Okay. So, okay. So it's one more thing that goes into this too. They said it's a possibility to keep George Pickens in Dallas only if they restructure contracts of Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, and etc.
mm.
Would that be a good strategy for them to do that? Or do you just say, nah, we ain't trying to kick the can down the road?
They really don't need a George Pickens. Like they're not a receiver away from winning the Super Bowl, even winning the division. You seen that happen. You seen that how they unfold this year. They didn't even make the playoffs. So you trying
Yeah.
to run it back with George Pickens? Like you trying to run it back with George Pickens and thinking that you're gonna win the NFC East? Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer, he's smoking some good stuff. Or not even just Brian, but just Jerry Jones is. You're not one receiver away from winning the Super Bowl. They need to fortify their trenches. They need to get that Prescott help up front. If y'all really believe in this man and y'all think y'all can go to another Super Bowl that y'all ain't been in damn near 30 years, y'all need to get him some protection up front. But I saw somebody say something about Pickens going to the Chargers. I think George will be good with a Jim Harbaugh because Harbaugh, he normally does well with players who have a history of doing dumb shit or crashing out. So, and you getting Herbert more help too. But again, Herbert's another thing. They need more help up front. Now the league seeing things now of how important it is to have a good offensive line and an offensive line coach.
Mm. And then you also had to think about with the Chargers situation, they literally lost two of their offensive linemen literally in a span of a buff.
And they need depth. They need depth on that line. They need depth. And I'm not the one that kind of would draft a lineman for in the first round for depth. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Mm. Southside says Cowboys need to rebuild their defense. Signing Pickens back would be stupid.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's a very important conversation too, especially when it comes to the not only just the NFL but the Falcons as well, because you have a similar situation here coming up with Drake London. And like you said, we really gotta be paying attention to a lot of these free agent moves. We gotta pay attention to these markets because, like you said, the wide receiver position is very tricky now, and we gotta pay attention to the values of that position. Like I said, the value of the wide receiver position is you get one wide receiver, boy, you have to overthink your whole team strategy based on today's NFL and the oversaturation of the numbers of that position and the importance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I'm the if I'm an NFL team, I'm only giving a wide receiver a 3-year contract and forcing them to go back to the table after 2 years. Like I'm not giving up I'm not giving them 3 to 4 years. I'm not giving them 4-year contracts. You're gonna take this 3 year, and we're gonna keep negotiating, or we not doing this at all.
Mm.
It's too much money invested into the quarterback position and the running back. I mean, the wide receiver, quarterback, and
Offensive
running
line.
offensive line. Like a lot of those guys getting there near $20 million at on the offensive line. So it's too much.
And me, I will pay my offensive line first. If I have a good quarterback, I'll pay him next. I'm not going to pay a lot of money for a running back. I'm just not. Unless they're like all pro, like the Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley. Like, yeah, you ain't going to find players like that anywhere. Those are like generational talented guys. And then I'm gonna pay pass rushers. And that's it. Like everybody else, I can find me some DBs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll pay a middle linebacker if I get my hands on a good one. I'll pay him as well. But I'm not
Right.
going to pay all this money for no wide receiver.
Right.
I'm just not. I'm. There's so many ways you can score points and be successful on offense without having an elite receiver.
Right.
People gonna say, "Well, JSN just won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks." I mean, did y'all look at the game and see what he did in that game?
Yeah, like you said, Jay said they ain't got that big payday yet. So, like you said, it benefits them in Seattle right now. But
old ass Cooper Kupp that was making plays out there more than JSN. Come on, I know JSN was hurt, but still.
But definitely shout out the real Ryan Smith, Nathan Floyd, Southside, Xavier Littman, Vanos, Sonia, Miss Howe, Maurice Martin, Corey Gears, let me see. Only Miss 2K, Drip LaFleur, Terry Lloyd. Hey man, appreciate y'all coming in. Like you said, man, this is kind of an abnormal conversation, but like you said, this is just one of the many free agent conversations that we do have to have and pay attention to, because it will set a lot of teams up on the strategy when it comes to this free agency this year. Terry said you're supposed to scheme wide receivers open. That's a fact.
Yeah, and therefore, do you really need to pay a high amount of money for a receiver? They're schemed to get open. Like, there's so many ways to score points in the NFL. You don't just have receivers; you have tight ends that can score. You have running backs that can score. Hell, you can have fullbacks that can score.
Yeah.
And tight ends can block. Tight ends can do more than just score. They can also block. On run plays and passing plays. Running backs, they can be used as pass protection. They can go out and catch passes too. So it's like they're more versatile. Like receivers and running backs and tight ends are more versatile than running backs. I mean, wide receivers.
I have a question. If you have a hybrid, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's why I will much rather pay other positions than a wide receiver. Matter of fact, the receiver probably be paid last. I remember my days of playing Madden and stuff. Man, look, I had a revolving door of receivers and still won Super Bowls. I had Julio Jones walk in the free agency.
Well, that's what I'm about to ask. If you got a tight end like Kyle Pitts, if providing that we keep him, is it necessary to go out there and get him? Spend high dollar on the receiver?
That's why I say it's such a tricky situation, because like you said, that's the question that we're going to have here soon. And we can kind of throw that conversation in here right now. Between would you rather pay Kyle Pitts now or pay Drake London later? Because like you said, that's going to be a tricky situation. And based off the money and how a lot of stuff they got going on, ooh wee.
I'd rather pay Kyle Pitts now. That's my personal preference.
Okay.
Somebody else may see it differently.
Oh yeah, we know they definitely gonna see the shit differently just for the simple fact. But you got to really pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, um, there's a way you can keep them. There's a way that you can keep them both, but I don't think people gonna like this way. Um, well, there's two
Oh
ways
yeah.
you can do it.
Now
Because,
you know we like talking about the uncomfortable way. You know we like that over here.
but I mean, the way you can keep them both is you got to trade Jesse and you got to trade Bergeron because Bergeron gonna cost you $18 to $20 million, being the top offensive lineman that's young and he can get better. And then you got a Caleb McGarry, in my opinion, I think the inside guys are a little bit more valuable than outside guys, in my opinion. The quarterback, if he getting instant pressure, he ain't got a chance in hell.
Mm-hmm.
So you can draft a young center, but it's kind of it's. I think you can replace guards a little bit faster than you can replace. I mean, you can replace a tackle, in my opinion, and then guards. Because guards, like I said, you can get one in fourth and fifth round and develop them properly. I believe Callahan can do that. But those tackles are really tricky. And when you got even with Caleb McGarry there, it's like him being 30, he's still a top lineman. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jake too. So it's hard to find a tackle. It's easier to find inside guys. So I would trade Bergeron for a multitude of picks because he's young and he's a damn good guard. But you got to look at the position that we in. Terry and those guys drafted the wrong way. They just bought a whole bunch of skill guys in first, and they didn't really fortify the trenches until later. So you're going to be forced to get rid of one of these guys, if not two.
Mm. So is that why? So that's why you think because we know Kevin Stefanski's history, especially with tight ends, is that kind of giving you kind of like the confidence as far as thinking that Kyle Pitts will be a priority for this offseason?
I would say that because the thing is, it's easier to find offensive linemen than a run first offense. It's easier to find those guys because you're using play action and you're running the ball. You're not throwing the ball 50 times, 40 times every game, unless something really go wrong. So it's easier to find run first offensive linemen, physical offensive linemen than it is to find guys that are pass protectors in the middle of the field. So it's easier. Again, look at Andy Levitre, prime example of that. Chris Chester at his age, those guys were older linemen. So when we got those young tackles, we had those young tackles with the Falcons. I mean, it was sick. So that's why I said for me, I'm giving up a young offensive lineman that I got to pay $20 million a year to because we already paying Chris Lindstrom $20 million already. I'm not playing two guards $20 million. I'm just not doing it. I'm trading Bergeron quick.
Mm.
It's too much money. It's too much money allocated to the offensive lineman, and to not like it's not like Bergeron is the best offensive lineman we have. He's not the best one.
Mm.
Oh, it's not popular. I know people going. I know people
No,
don't
no,
like.
no, no. But like I said, this is what we talk about. You got to
You got
throw
to be
all
real. We got to be real with
possibilities.
ourselves. Like you're not going to be able to pay everybody. Like, it, here's the thing: if we end up in a perfect world, in the second round, we draft a center who's going to be great for us. Now we know Jake probably got a few years left. Who knows? He could play 5 or 6 years. We don't know. You still got Jake on the team. You paying him a lot of money. You still got Caleb on the team. You paying him a lot of money. Lindstrom, you paying him a lot of money. So you got Bergeron and a new center that you gonna have to pay. You got to make a choice. I'm gonna pay my center.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
me
pay my
too.
center before I pay a guard. You can find,
Yep,
like I said, you can. And then too, it's a left guard.
yep.
If we're being honest about Penix and keeping him on the team, and he could be a franchise quarterback for us, that left side, that's not his blind side. So you can get you a left guard in the draft, you know, you can plug in right there. I mean, you got Bill Callahan on as an offensive line coach. I trust him to develop guys.
Mm-hmm. I trust him. Yeah.
Mm. Mm, mm, So that definitely would be a statement way for this new regime is to make. And it's kind of interesting right now because this new regime right now is all about the uncomfortable conversation. The
I mean,
uncomfortable moves.
look at what's happening with Baltimore. They did all that. Trent. They had did all that. Um, Bringing in wide receivers, drafting wide receivers, and their quarterback still can't throw to them. They put all that money into their receivers, and they still ain't getting nothing out of it.
Right.
They put a whole bunch of uh, investments in their running backs. They paying their running backs and still not. They still didn't get it. I thought Baltimore should have invested a little bit more in their offensive line. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. But when you got a guy like Lamar Jackson, all he does is run around in 15 billion circles. Just make the offensive line look a whole lot better than what they do. And plus, you got Derrick Henry rush for damn near 1,800 plus every year. That made the offensive line look better than what it actually was.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Um, let's see. Um, so Ryan Smith asks, "Oh, are you talking about if you talk about the Falcons if they get rid of Drake London?" He asked, "Who will be the wide receiver one?"
Don't matter. You just
Well,
clearing the money. The thing ain't it's not who you bringing in. That don't matter. That's the draft concern. We're freeing up money. See, the thing is, look, one thing I want just fans of football to understand: it's not about we're getting rid of good players. A lot of these moves that you're making are financial and development moves. Okay, it's financial and development moves because you can't pay everybody $20 million. We can't pay everybody $20 million.
Mm.
That's the thing. If you develop properly with the proper system, what Dunn was talking about earlier, if y'all follow him on the Heavy Hitters Twitter, as you develop properly and you bring in guys that fit the system, the Puka Nakuas of the world, you don't have to worry about because like even the great Joe Montana wasn't a first rounder. Tom Brady wasn't the first round. If you develop guys for the system that you drafted. The players gonna play. The TO is gonna play. TO was in the first round draft pick. So I'm not worried about the players coming in because you got the system. There's there's a ton of good wide receivers in this draft. The next draft coming, it's a ton of them.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, like you said not a fan of getting rid of a Drake London. Like I said, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why we having this Pickens conversation, because we're giving y'all an idea of what the market of that position is. And I know. Go ahead.
Finish. I'm sorry.
No. What I'm saying is we're giving them kind of a picture of what the market is and what to expect. And then when you're looking at stuff like David Njoku and Kyle Pitts, and with these names in the tight end market kind of being like one of the big news and stuff, the tight end market. Hold on. The tight end market is a lot less. It's a lot more affordable than the wide receiver market. And you can go and ask the question, Mike. I'm going to be looking at the market for each position in free agency this year.
Well, the problem is, I got the question that I got for y'all. My thing is, how much y'all think Drake gonna cost? That right there. And I don't want to hear no I don't knows. Okay, how much you guys think Drake is gonna cost, and how much you think wide receivers are already getting paid right now?
Yeah, you gotta think about it like this. How soon do you want Bijan Robinson to get taken care of before it gets too expensive for him?
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta put some money aside for the quarterback position, rather it does if Michael Penix, or they look to another guy.
Because these guys getting paid a heck of a lot of money. It's a lot of money, y'all. Because I don't think people are paying. You just saying, well, I don't want to pay 24 million.
It killed me when people say that. First of all, I don't want them. What you mean I don't want them? Ain't your money. But carry on.
Let me read the average for a wide receiver. Then y'all can get an idea of why I was saying this. Jamar Chase, $40 million a year. Justin Jefferson, 35. CeeDee Lamb, 34. DK Metcalf, yes, DK Metcalf, 32. Garrett Wilson, 32. AJ Brown, 32. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 30. Tariq Hill, 30. Brandon Ayuk, 30. Terry McLaurin, 29. T. Higgins, 28. Jalen Waddle, 28. DJ Moore, 27. Jameson Williams, 26. Devontae Smith, 25. Nico Collins, 24. Debo, 23. Michael Pittman Jr., 23. Cortland Sutton, 23. Calvin Ridley, 23. Devontae Adams, 22. Chris Godwin, 22. Stephon Diggs, 21. Mike Evans, 20. Jacoby Myers, 20. Okay? All of those guys over 20. How much do you think it's going to cost Drake?
If Jacoby Myers is getting $20 million a year, yeah, that wide receiver position is cooked.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley getting 23. Calvin Ridley getting 23. So I'm assuming like Drake gonna get somewhere between he ain't getting no less than 28 a year.
I was gonna say just north of 30.
Yeah, I say anywhere around 35, 38. Because it's always gonna be it's like you said, when it comes to these values and these positions, it's not about how good you are, it's about how available when are you available.
Mhm.
Because if you're available in a free agent market like that, Lord have mercy, you're gonna be susceptible of making the most. I mean, you gotta remember just a couple years ago, we saw Christian Kirk get about 25 for
No,
3.
Ryan trying to change the subject. No, stay on the subject. We talking about receivers. Don't try to turn it to Jesse Bates. Answer the question, yo. Stay on subject. Y'all don't want to answer.
Gotta keep that subject because the
Oh,
thing
we
is, because it kind of goes into what I was looking up at. Because this is okay. So here it goes. It says as of the 2026 season, the hierarchy of value is clearer than ever, driven by a salary cap that has climbed to approximately $303 million. The and these values right here, we're valuing these positions based off of their franchise tags. Well, here's the market stuff. So quarterback. Okay, we're just doing the franchise tag values right now. Quarterback, $47 million. Wide receiver, 29. Linebacker, 28. Offensive line, 28. D end, 27. D tackle, 26. Corner, 21. Safety, 21. Tight end, 16. Running back, 14. Kicker, $7 million. And that's just based off the tag.
That's just off the tag, y'all. So I'm just saying I don't maybe we got a new GM now, but if we end up signing Kyle Pitts, man, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, prepare to get rid of Drake to see the end of Drake London. Because Bijan is the best player on this team. He gonna get monster numbers.
He gonna get his regardless.
Mm-hmm. Because do you think the Falcons will be able to keep a Bijan Robinson for $14-15 million a year? Boy, that market for his ass is gonna be astronomical for that position.
Let me tell you how to make room. Because honestly, you can sign Pitts, and then I go ahead and sign Bijan to an extension. I know it sounds dumb, but he's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
If you keep waiting to next year. What you can possibly do is McGarry's on the contract this year, right?
Yeah.
You can extend McGarry. That'll open up a little bit more money. It's like you kicking that can down the street with McGarry. But still, you got to find ways to open up some money.
I restructure somebody like Lindstrom to create some more space. Guys, you know you're gonna have here anyway. See if you can get a restructure without totally
There is a way they can do that. You don't have to structure. You can actually kick it down the road.
Yeah.
So
you can extend some contracts.
Drake is gonna be pissed off. Drake is definitely gonna be pissed off. You can tag Drake and then allow Jesse Bates' contract to expire.
Yep.
So there's a way you can do it, but it's gonna piss Drake off by doing it because he's gonna want his money. And I think you gotta play Bijan before you pay Drake, in my opinion.
Right.
The close back to y'all.
So
tight end in the day, and then the running backs, man, they hold more value.
Yeah,
you get more bang for your buck.
It just
But this is why. But like you said, and I know a lot of people were kind of upset about the Kyle Pitts being drafted. There's the one thing that I will give Terry Funk no credit for. That was foresight for a reason. Because if you think about the tight end position being average between 16 to 20 million compared to the wide receiver position that's anywhere between 30 million and $45 million. like you said, that takes up. That's going to take up a lot of cap space right there just for that one position alone. Whereas the tight end position, you can still have some. You can still have something to go with it. Go ahead,
No, I was trying to tell them like running backs and tight ends, they hold more value. Like as Falcons fans, we've seen this happen so much in our recent history by giving Julio Jones a contract. And then we gave him another contract, 2018, 19, one of them. And the dude absolutely didn't do nothing. He went downhill. And that pretty much put us in cap hell.
And then left out the door talking shit. How about that?
Exactly. After we paid you what you wanted.
After we made him the highest paid receiver at that time in the history of the NFL, he left out the door talking shit.
And the bad part about that whole contract was he never even played under that new deal. He never played for the Falcons under that new deal.
He didn't.
He know what he was doing.
So that was another situation where we became a feeder program for the Titans.
Basically. Basically.
Yep. I went there. just like we're a feeder program for the Browns. Yeah, I went there.
There you go.
But at least we got something out of what we got fed. And I'm gonna even give the head coach for the San Francisco 49ers a small flower. Look at what we got from Cleveland. The aforementioned Julio Jones. How'd that work out for Cleveland? The head coach for the San Francisco 49ers.
Exactly.
Taylor Gabriel. Alex Mack. Kevin Stefanski. My fault.
Exactly.
The two-time coach of the year, and maybe the first head coach in history to coach two Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Yeah, I went there. Okay.
And had defensive rookie of the year and defensive player of the year.
Oh, okay.
and the player on his team, the person who won defensive player of the year, the dude broke the single season sack record.
Go figure.
Well, like you said, man, it's just a lot of decisions that have to be made with this team, and like you said, I would pay, and I would advise Falcon fans to pay close attention to this George Pickens, this George Pickens thing with his money, because this is going to dictate to y'all how the Falcons will be able to, or possibly have to deal with a Drake London contract situation coming up soon.
They've been in this situation before where they signed they gave money to a wide receiver and it didn't work out.
Southside ain't shit, but that goes what Truth said. Yeah, he said Cleveland has been looking out for the Falcons since back in the day. Yeah.
Southside, we're not speaking right now because it's go to Hill Southside. Always go to Hill Southside. But no, I'm just messing with the Southside. It's gonna tell y'all what's gonna be a telltale sign. Our first pick is day 2, right? How many day 2 picks we got?
We have 2.
If we take a receiver or a tight end day 2.
It won't even get there. It won't even be there for. It won't even get to that point because free agency will be there, be here before the draft will.
Okay. Well,
I see what you're going though, but free agency is going to tell us about.
Orlando, man, I like predicting.
Go ahead, Mike. What is it? My bad.
Nah, I was saying the free agency would tell you before the draft will. That's how like the way the NFL is set up. Free agency will tell you a whole lot, and that's why I say you gotta watch what happens. One with David and Joku, he already said he won't out in Cleveland. You got to figure out what's gonna happen with the Falcons, with Kyle Pitts, and what they're gonna do. If they're gonna do anything, it'll tell you everything. And plus, you got Darnell Mooney. If they want him a part of with the money he's making, I doubt that. I think they'll try to trade him, in my opinion. So it's gonna be interesting because I'll say this: if if Kirk Cousins end up getting cut first, and they end up finding a team fast, you can guarantee Darnell Mooney gonna be right there sitting next to Kirk Cousins. Because he the one who kind of brought him in.
Exactly. So I guess we go ahead and start getting into some of these questions here. I think we got a few questions in here. Ryan Smith here says Pitts has shown a lot of growth despite bad coaching, but is it worth trading? Are you talking about
Trading?
Are you talking about trading Drake London? Or are you talking about Pitts? Because I know Pitts is he's a UFA this offseason. So I bet the thing you're asking is it worth re-signing? I would say yes, for the simple fact that because of Bijan Robinson and his value coming up, because like you said, that wide receiver position is real tricky. And for an offense that's coming into Atlanta, do you really need a $30 to $35 million a year wide receiver? If the tight end
already show you that he's already shown you that he doesn't really need. I want to say need, but he's willing to throw the ball to his tight ends in his offense and Stefanski. More bang for your buck. Again, you already see the let's be honest, you already see the prototype in with Kansas City. Like they whole offense is predicated on a running game and tight ends and adequate wide receivers. They got to the Super Bowl with that.
exactly.
But I'm trading Drake before I do anything.
Ski with another question here says, how do y'all feel about Zach Wilson for a backup, a cheap bridge quarterback, and come in and play some games if needed?
Boy, you smoking crack or something? I think Ski on. I think he high. I think he high.
Remember, we said we have to be open to all possibilities.
Kev, don't start your bullshit.
What do you mean? Well, what you
Well,
mean?
well, Chet,
Damn
so, Chet,
well,
well,
you the main one who was talking about fuck Zach Wood, he was trash. Now you talking about open the possibilities.
now who is that is hot?
Hold on.
Now
That's
who
the
that
same.
who that is hot and ain't sharing on with the
Hold on,
truth?
hold on, Truth. Ain't that the same thing you said about Justin Fields too, nigga? So don't do that with me.
I said he suck as a quarterback. I didn't say bring his ass here to throw the ball. I said
I
bring that
said,
nigga here to
no.
run.
Remember, we had the conversation. We had the conversation with these folks. All possibilities are open.
Can Zach Wilson run though?
And you said even with Justin Fields,
Can he run?
yes, they both can run,
All right.
motherfucker. It's the same
That
thing.
motherfucker, you lying your ass off. Get out of here.
Don't make this one-sided, motherfucker. Don't do me like that.
No. You know damn well you believe no damn Zach Wilson.
Don't do me like that. You're some bitch. Don't
Never
do me.
believe no damn Zach Wilson, y'all.
Look. There's video documented.
He's trying to pay me back, y'all. He's trying to be on that bullshit. He's trying to pay me back. He don't believe in no damn Zach Wilson.
I see somebody mention El Malik Willis.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be dependent.
Yeah, that shit.
Somebody ain't now say it. Somebody in the chat said it.
Okay.
That might trying to call me out about Zach Wilson over here. This
I
motherfucker.
did not call you. I said you don't believe no damn Zach. I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Might go here trying to call me about Zach Wilson. But he made a whole video about the possible Justin Fields. The very same.
I said I believe in his legs. You know damn well you don't believe no damn Zach Wilson and nothing.
Well, you believe in something. Well, technically that means you believe in something, motherfucker. So we in the same boat.
I believe in his legs, but not that motherfucking head. All right. That motherfucker slow, okay?
Try to throw me under the bus about saying some shit.
I said you don't
well, as far as Malik Willis, it just depends on his market because I don't. Because the thing about it is he's getting a lot of traction, and we kind of know how it is with free agency when guys get a lot of traction like that. It's going to be it may possibly be like the Justin Fields deal he got going to the Jets.
Yeah, boy, that Malik Willis probably had some hell of some training growing up and some help. I mean, I just really wonder who.
Are you over there? Try begging for some cash over there, True.
Oh no, I walk up to him asking for some money. last time I seen him, I told let me borrow $500,000, and I told him, I said, tell me you ain't got it. He just started laughing. Tell me you ain't got it.
Oh man.
Well, actually, it was 50,000. I said 50,000. Give him 50,000. Yeah, I really don't have it. I really don't have it, Coach. Boy, shut up. Let's go to the tilling machine. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that right there, yeah, it's just gonna be depend on the market. That's why I said, man, we're still in the beginning stages of February. We really don't see how a lot of this market stuff gonna pay out. Cause as we know with free agency, everybody's going to overpay for everything.
Bro, you not finna talk to me about no damn Zach Wilson. You don't do that to me. Don't do that to yourself. Okay.
Well, I will say this about Zach Wilson. It's one thing we have learned about Zach Wilson. He has no boundaries. Cause he knocked down his mama best friend. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like, well, that might actually be a bad idea down here since he like to be.
No, it's a terrible idea down here.
He's a cougar slayer, so.
No, there's too many cougars down here, and there's house wires over there.
Oh yeah, Zach helped ball down here with these cougars.
He been holed up at BYU for 4 years. No wonder why he's smashing folks' bombs and shit.
He was
Shit,
smashing his
ain't nothing
mom.
but goddamn.
They say he smashed his mom's best friend or something like that.
Shit, yeah. Shit, hell, that motherfucker is the epitome of a teenage movie in the mid 2000s. What was that? What was that movie MILF? I don't think y'all ever seen that movie MILF. Where they whole goal the whole summer was to smash older women. And
Yeah.
he ended up smashing his best friend's mom.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. If y'all get a chance, if you get an opportunity to find it, it's a movie called MILF. That movie is based on the life of Zach Wilson.
Shut the fuck up.
Baby, let me talk about Stifler.
Why does hearing about that sounds so never mind.
Well, go ahead, you say it.
We just talking about smashing moms and
No. Don't do that.
K-Style fault now. K-Style fault. Cause you know I'm messy.
I know you messy. It ain't my fault his mama started calling me, all right?
I'm finna mute myself.
Brian said, if you're not patient,
If you're not patient with your rookie quarterback.
Okay, I'm back.
You had to get it out.
Yeah. I had to mute myself. See, Mike, I'm helping you out.
There you did.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the help. Everybody just gonna be wondering what the hell Truth said. Hey, that's gonna be for y'all asses to interpret. Y'all better learn how to read lips. But let me see what Ryan said. If you're not patient with your rookie quarterback who has talent, it'll haunt you. Sam Darnold exemplified that.
It's the microwave mindset, man, that Sam been talking about for years. Let me tell you something. The quarterback, and I say this frequently and often, the quarterback is arguably the most popular / famous / important position in all of sports. Mm-hmm. And that is a position where fans should be patient, but they're not, because it's all about the feel good moment. What's gonna make me feel good? What's gonna pass my eyeball test? And 4 other teams didn't let Sam Darnold pass their eyeball test. The last team is the biggest fool. Like, he showed y'all what he could do there. But I get it. You invested in JJ McCarthy. I get it. But he's a prime example of, man, you got to let these situations play themselves out. I mean, so there's so many, like you said, K-Style and Mike, man, there's so many possibilities. I'm for whatever. At this point, look, in Matt I trust. I'm sorry. So I'm good. So whichever route they go, I'm cool with it.
Right. Because they've already shown you that they've already done it the right way. Like you said, yeah, they bring in a lot of people from Cleveland, which a lot of people may look at like, okay, why are you doing that? But you're also bringing in a bunch of guys that are experienced enough and have enough cachet to call out dumb shit that's going on in the locker room.
Uh-huh.
along with you got to think about this. A lot of coaches, especially especially new coaches to an organization,
Mm-hmm.
they like bringing in guys that they are familiar with. So if you look up, I want to tell y'all Falcons fan, if you look up and there's some smoke to a Joe Flacco fire or a Dylan Gabriel fire, I doubt if it be. It's safe to say it won't be no smoke to a Shador Sanders fire or a Deshaun Watson fire. But if it's some smoke to a Joe Flacco fire or a Dylan Gabriel fire, don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised. I ain't saying that's what I want. I want Elmo, but I already realistically know Elmo about to get 15, 20 a year, bro.
Don't nobody know who no damn Elmo is. Say his real name.
Malik Willis. Malik Willis.
They look like Elmo. Fuck is Elmo? Yeah, he's gonna get a north for the. He's gonna get about 25. Yeah, 25.
He'll get an opportunity, man. My thing is, I don't know if he'll get a starting job, but he gonna get an opportunity to make, a few million dollars with the right team.
If he don't get a starting job, he just might as well stay in Green Bay. If he don't get a starting job, just stay up there with the floor. I mean, just stay right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So as far as the wide receivers, the top wide receivers of the 2026 draft class, like I said, George Pickens, number 1, Alex Pierce, number 2. God damn, you had that many yards on that many catches? Yeah, you are very un-David Seals like. I'm looking at Alex Pierce now because he had 47 receptions for 1,000. Yeah, like you are very not David Seals like, so that's a plus. Mike Evans, Wandale Robinson, Debo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, Rashid Shaheed, and Romeo Dobbs. DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen. Mm-hmm. So those are the top wide receivers in the free agency class.
Boy, that's some old heads in that class, boy. You guys know for 30.
You said, yeah. Yeah, Mike Evans.
You guys know for 30.
Exactly. DeAndre Hopkins.
Let me ask y'all something. This for my brothers up here and everybody in the chat. What about Darnell Mooney? Where does he fit right here?
In the dumpster.
Like you said, just based on how much money he makes, I don't really see him sticking around much longer. They, like you said, I could see a possibility where they'll move him. Like I said, they're moving to more of a tight end centric offense. So I believe that Mooney would be overvalued in his position.
Anybody that like David Seals should need they need a psych evaluation. Okay, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all.
But David Seals, did he get us a touchdown? Late in the season.
We know you done been in the psych. You've been in the military, so we know you off. Okay.
Really, Mike?
Anybody that's been in the military ain't got it all, so we already know that. Anybody that says they like David Seals need a psych evaluation.
Well, no, I'm not saying that I like him. I'm just saying that.
Stop trying to say I hate him. I don't hate him.
No, I'm not saying that I like him. What I'm saying is, when he was given the opportunity, I don't think he disappointed as much as some people.
Look, we saw fat ass offensive linemen catch touchdown passes, 1 yard touchdown passes. I don't hear that bullshit, right? Jake Matthews almost got a touchdown. Okay?
Jake Matthews, uncoordinated ass. Jake, just jump and catch the ball, Jake.
He almost caught
uncoordinated ass. I mean, yeah, it was a little high. Yeah. It was a little high, but just jump and catch the ball, Jake.
The problem, like, just going off of what you said, yeah, it did a couple touchdown passes. The problem is he was on the field for over 500 snaps, and he had 9 games with no. He had at least 9 to 10 games with no catches.
None. Not one of our quarterback decided, we're going to throw the ball to David Seal. We had 2 quarterbacks, and everybody did the same thing to it. Look at him wide open. Man, get out of my face. Michael Pickens looked at him wide open, and Kirk Cousins looked at him wide open. Okay.
Well, what about his blocking? I mean, did they like his blocking, or what is?
We can re-sign Felipe Franks to do that. Thank you very much. And we got to do is pay him $900.
But here's the thing.
You know what, Cal? Never mind. He's just being a prick right now. He want to be a prick because you.
How has been a prick? This is 100% honesty. How is he being a prick? This is not being a prick. I can tell you me being a prick. I can show you me being a prick now.
No, never mind. Okay, I give.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But
I have a question. Whenever y'all done,
go ahead, Don.
So have y'all talked about the new coaches that have been hired by the Falcons?
Well. I actually got a question from somebody.
I'm about ready to crash out.
I got a question from somebody about it, but go ahead, Don. Go ahead. I actually got that question from somebody, so I'm glad you actually came here and talk about it.
Go ahead, little brother.
So y'all do realize, so we kept Barrett Rudd as the inside linebackers coach. We promoted John Timu to outside linebackers coach. Ricky Manning, man, that was a huge shocker for me because I'm like, oh man, we got Ricky Manning Jr. as our DB coach.
Ricky Manning. Why that name sound very, very familiar?
He's the guy that picked off Donovan McNabb 3 times in the NFC Championship game back in 2003.
He played for the Panthers.
Yeah, he played for Carolina, and he played at UCLA.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. All right.
So we got him as our DB coach, and then we hired LaTroy Lewis as our assistant D-line coach. I think that's a great one because Nate Ollie, we may not be able to hold on to him after this season coming up. Like, he's a great guy. He's going to become a DC. He's going to become a DC next year. I hate to spoil it for everybody, but I don't see him being in here that long. But you're bringing a guy like LaTroy Lewis, who's friends with Nate Ollie, and the guy he's done great things everywhere he went too. He won the national championship with Michigan. So hey,
if we do what I think we're gonna do, and this me being very positive and optimistic, LaTroy could easily be our defensive coordinator if Jeff gets a head coaching opportunity. That makes sense.
Could be. Look, anybody from the Harbaugh tree and anybody from Michigan that was on that coaching staff, you can.
Oh God! Why did I walk into that? Why did I walk into that?
Hold on. Do I see him being a head coach in the next 3 years? No. But I can very well see him being a head coach in like 5 or 6 years. Y'all got to look at everything. Like, they hiring a lot of these young defensive.
They're hiring a lot of Michigan guys, so it's right in our face.
Yeah.
Kev, Mike, I'm sorry that I was so dumb.
But check this out. But check this out though. But we were still in signs though, right?
Lord.
Yeah, you gonna see the signs and they got them big ass whatever the hell them damn things.
You got the big ass posters on the side talking about.
What the fuck, man?
Ryan. I'm the dummy. I'm the big dummy right now. I'm the big dummy right now.
The big ass sign.
Don't blame Truth about that. Y'all know I'm gonna speak on that any damn way.
He gonna find a
Now,
way.
the only reason why we allow him to talk about that, because if it was some UGA shit, everybody be talking UGA shit. So like I said, you gotta
But I
have.
bring up shit that's good about Michigan. I ain't finna bring up no trash ass damn player, bro. I'm not finna. Y'all ain't sit up here talking about, oh, we need to bring Chase Winovich to Atlanta. Now I'm not finna cap on
That's
that
for
Chase
sure.
Winovich. Like, come on now, like. But Latroy Lewis is a great coach. Like, the man, he's a very competent ass motherfucker. So, like, if y'all remember how we liked Brian Cox here,
Mhm.
Mhm.
he's like a younger version of fucking Brian Cox.
So he has a crash out tendency on him if somebody don't do the right thing.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, because rumor has it Brian got fired before the plane hit the ground on February the 4th, 2017.
He tried
Yeah,
to.
because he made Dan didn't want nobody to outshine him. Let's be real. Like, it had nothing to do with what he said at the press conference or
It was.
whatever.
That's why he. That
Dan
was the
Dan
real
did not
reason why he
want.
got.
Dan got rid of everybody who was older and had more experience than him.
So
He got rid of Richard Smith. He got rid of Brian Cox. He kept Jeff
he
Ulbrich.
started, and another thing too. You remember when you did the interview? Well, well, let me say this. I don't want to get that away.
Stone
So
Cold Steve Austin. Oh,
we
Stone
did an
Cold Steve
interview
Austin.
with
Gilbert looking like one.
hold on. Too. We
Yep.
interview a person with someone, and I actually got some information that Dan Quinn kind of barred him from, and a lot of coaches from training camp. Dan Quinn didn't want a lot of the coaches, so Dan Quinn is definitely a hater.
He's talking and
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
back.
Dan Quinn barred a lot of coaches, and a lot of defensive guys from coming in and even training a lot of those players. He barred them, and I know this for sure.
exactly.
Oh wow.
So somebody Southside just said, I just realized Dunn got a big M on his shirt in that picture in the the unholy
Really,
alliance.
you just
Yeah, you don't
don't.
see that?
I just caught that.
He got a big
Look.
he got a big M on his draws. Southside.
Pause, bro. Pause on that, man. But listen,
Okay.
look. When I wear Michigan, oh, y'all gonna see me. Trust me, you will see me in that shit.
Oh boy. Well, you
Hey
funny.
man.
You funny.
Hey
You know
man.
what? I love Dunn so much. I ain't gonna do it to him. But I got a major bullet for him. But I ain't gonna do it to Dunn because I love him so much.
And you talking about Michigan basketball?
I ain't talking about Michigan basketball. I told you I'm a fan of. Remember, we talked about this. I'm a fan of old school Michigan basketball. Gary Grant, Antoine Joe Bell, Sean Higgins,
Javon Howard,
Glenn
all of
Robinson,
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Glenn Rice.
oh Lord. Hold on. Ski said, why does CBS have the Falcons drafting Carson Beck? All right, that's our time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, we need to go.
you trying to kill Mike Kill. Mike, I think Kale's trying to kill you. I think he's trying to
No,
give you
no,
your
I
A-word.
don't have a problem with Carson. I just got a problem with Georgia fans.
Okay.
I can't stand Georgia fans. I think they're idiots. But I'm a Georgia fan and the Georgia Tech fan, so yeah, I just have a
So,
problem with their fans.
okay, can I ask a question without getting muted or kicked off the panel, please?
No, you
Go ahead.
cannot.
No. We're gonna give him the
No,
freedom.
I
Go
know
ahead.
where he.
Let's see where he going with it. Go ahead, Truth.
You know where the hell he going?
Does this have anything to do with Stetson Bennett?
Stat the jet, baby. Stat the jet,
You know
baby.
he was gonna do that. Like, why you know he was gonna say that dumb shit?
Hell no. Next
Besides,
question.
he's already a damn Ram anyway.
I think you know what? I think they slick grooming him to be Matt's the heir apparent to Matt. And that'd be good for Stetson.
You mean an heir apparent to Matt when they rather shoot Matt him up with a drug than play Stetson Bennett? That's what you saying?
I don't have
Well,
proof
I
to
do.
that.
They shooting that man up with everything possible just so Stafford can play.
Yeah. Yeah, that motherfucker, that motherfucker about damn near heroin added about much shit they shooting up in him.
They shooting that now. This has been reported. I'm not making it up. Okay, he's supposed to have back surgery. He said no to back surgery, so they've been quote unquote doing everything possible to keep him healthy throughout the season. That means shooting him up with all types of drugs and all types of stuff, procedures.
But we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. It's about 9:30 now, so we'll go and get up on out of here. Definitely appreciate y'all coming in. If you missed the exclusive World of Wrestling earlier, we go ahead and recap that. That's truth. Truth with the wrestling conversation. You're gonna get a lot more of that this off season. And we're gonna be exploring a lot of different things, man. So hey. Till next time, people, we're here to play.
No.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, dig it.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the hell up out of here. And
that ain't nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Y'all see me at 10:05, y'all. Y'all see me at 10:05 over on OG Truth TV. We talking Glorilla, Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, and James Pierce Jr.
Okay, so we have a good conversation on that.
Yeah, one more thing. Welcome to Atlanta, LaTroy. You need anything, hit your boy up.
Where's he from?
He from Toledo, but he grew up a Falcons fan though.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
don't
his
add shit
decision.
in Toledo.
Yeah, that's why he went to Michigan.
There you go.
He went to college. Let me stop. He did go to college. I think he went to college in Tennessee. He went to Tennessee, and he played in the league for a while. I think he played for. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, he played for Dean Pease in Tennessee. So he played for some good guys. So I forgot the other team.
Don't judge me. I just wish you knew.